and the Chosen One ready to go. Ascult making the jump on a Kiritich. 6-3 from behind on the effect of the Glimmer Cape. We're going to try and put down a pesky Tombstone, and he's at least used the ultimate, so they're not going to be fighting under Tombstone here. As they use Dark Ascension, they're still looking to try and fight. Aincred ready to pop the level 2 Exorcism here, as they have at least found the backline Grimstroke. They've taken it down. Aincred, though, getting kited back into the Tombstone here, also bringing the Chosen One with them. Both BKBs already having been popped here as they chase now further into the river. Rari with a great Hurricane Pike there is completely out of trouble. Supernova managing to chase down Hellscream. He's out of the fight as the BKB durations have been fully cutted out. Kiritich now popping his. He's the last BKB to be used as RP finally going to connect onto Rari's out of dispels. The stun though onto the 2 here. Chosen and Aincred now looking for Ladan, and in comes Supernova with his own BKB. Kiritich cannot fight through this. It's a nice 3-man silence, but it's not going to make much of a difference for Kiritich, who will be taken down regardless. Ladan tanking the aggression, brought from the Chosen One and Aincred. So it's another big team fight win for Fantastic 5, as they're even going to catch Lodine here after his buyback.
I trust my
Nuzstalker pick
comes at a price.
The early mid game, it was a great denial pick for like Shadow Demon to his shenanigans or something well. Agnes, of course. Now he's also a secondary carry because they have Salvador that deals the damage the Drow can't deal when they chase after her, because that's the play that Nemiga has to make, right? Just chase after the Drow, try to murder her. But if you overcommit to that, it's kind of hard to tell when you're overcommitting against a Drow, because usually it's, okay, we killed Drow, now we can win the fight. But in this case, because Nightstalker fulfills that role of secondary carry, it becomes so... Seriously, Supernova, this was...
Yeah, and it's working out. I thought this fight was going to be a huge win, actually, for Nemiga, because you can see 6-3 was going around the side with the Tombstone. Kind of a wasted Tombstone, but then they actually drag the fight underneath the Tombstone before they finally settled to fighting in the river. Very kind of a messy fight all over. BKB is used by Magnus and DP both to chase, but since they ran away pretty fast, they were actually pretty far away from the rest of the cores out from Fantastic 5. Rari eventually stands his ground on the river. He gets punished for it. No longer has Aegis, of course, so that was a good time to fight for Nemiga. As we hit a pause here, some more voice issues. Nope, some lag instead. And not a great fight at the end of the day, though. We have to still buy back for Nemiga. They didn't really get quite like the team fight that they were looking for. The RP only connecting onto Rari, everyone else staying alive. And yeah, highlighting the strength of this Nightstalker pick this game here for Fantastic 5, because it is really working wonders for them here.
It's the Nightstalker has been awesome, the Undying to some degree as well, because there's area denial of Tombstone plus the Crippling Fear makes it really... I feel like that's denied. The sole initiate that Nemiga really has, because what else do you have? The Shadow Demon, the Grimstroke, they're not useful enough. These range supports don't commit that role. That's why maybe an extra 4 that would have been a bit tanky that can go in with the Magnus would have helped here, so he doesn't have to be the sole initiator here. Because right now how they're trying to play as Nemiga, which I don't think is wrong either, is Aincred activates Exorcism, goes, look at me, or even Troll, look at me, trying to fight me, and then Chosen One reinitiates, which has worked to kill the Drow, mind you, but it's going to be harder and harder to pull this off as the damage gets higher and higher.
Yeah, especially when the Sai of Scotty comes through, it's going to be a really nice purchase versus the high mobility cores that we have here for Nemiga. As Nemiga now requesting just a little bit of pause time for themselves. Fantastic 5 all ready to go here. We also have the Holy Locket out for our Undying, so a nice amount of burst healing to potentially counter some of the burst damage that perhaps Troll and the Grimstroke are able to punch out here as we get the good to go. Grimstroke still trying to build up this shard. He's not had a lot of farm this game on the Grimstroke. He is playing true position 5. You can farm nicely on a Grimstroke, but he's given a lot of space here to the position 4. We still have yet to get this blink online either for Hellscream, so not a whole lot of net worth onto the sports for Nemiga, which means that it's kind of have to be up to these 3 cores with their BKBs to try and make the difference here. Got Basher, of course, still finished for Kiritich, is 100 gold away from the Blink Dagger. That should allow him to, as well, close the gap here. But we've had really good usage of the Hurricane Pike so far from the Drow Ranger, proven to be a really nice investment for her this game. Kind of getting Nemiga to overextend themselves quite a bit, and they've been unable to cover their backlines both times here. As we can see, both supports being killed pretty far away from the rest of the group last fight for Nemiga. Even the dieback for Lodine.
For the Drow, big deal actually. Those nice little burst damage at the beginning. I wasn't expecting Rari to get so lucky with the... And now the next fight, you can burst on the Troll even easier, which means that Kiritich's play of trying to go in front might not always work. Ascult. He's the chosen one. Want to eliminate this initiation. Can't do it in time. Good Bramble Maze though.
Yeah, the Silent Swift.
Okay, Kiritich actually takes that stun. As the tombstone comes by, Aincrad, are you going into the tombstone? He doesn't want to.
They pop it, so
stops the initiation.
they kind of have to
is
fight.
alone. They hit him with a fair amount of damage just from the quiver. Aincrad, though, is just healing back up thanks to Spirit Siphon, but his BKB is soon to run out. Nazgul is waiting for that as the Yosef is still ready. Just silences Aincrad, and it's gonna be actually Nazgul running into the backline.
Oh, they got the chosen one.
Into the chosen one. He has the BKB and go up to the high ground. No stun here for the Shadow Demon. Do they even need it? The slow might just be sufficient. The one hit from Trow almost murders Hellscream. The second hit will do it.
Yeah, and there's the tips onto Aincrad, kind of getting... I think like that's quite literally like textbook definition of getting kited, right? If you open up your textbooks to page 321, you'll find on the next page is that GIF of definition of how to kite an enemy mid laner. Yeah, exactly. Struck by thunder and lightning, but unfortunately no Zeus. Instead it was the Void Spirit hitting them with the null pointer exceptions, just keeping the wow. Okay, now they're gonna go back in. Okay, Kiritich is just dead. I couldn't even finish the punchline there. He was keeping them. He was keeping them at bay the entire time, and you can see towards the end with the Aghanim Scepter just controlling the Chosen One. He had no chance. He couldn't find a good opportunity to pop the BKB, and mostly because of this damn Tombstone.
Aincrad, he has the silence there, but that's not going to help you at all. He also went for his own Blink Dagger. A lot of items that don't give you any stats, which means they just can't hold their own against this early game lineup. And 30 minutes in, this lineup is just reaching its final point of utility, right? Like, it's actually starting to fall off now from Depth 5, but if you're just winning the game now, easy for you, right? Nothing the enemy team can really do. The tower starts to fall in the mid lane. You already took the bottom lane racks, and there's no out of towers here to defend it. You needed one good team fight for Nemiga, but you need to wait for the troll to come back for that to happen. Aincrad, careful.
I mean, he can't really do much. He's got BKB, but no Exo, 4 charges of the Spirit Siphon, but I think he's most likely learned his lesson from last time. They don't need enough damage. They need Aincrad in this fight. Second Roche is up. Aegis, Cheese, and Shard. Perhaps the Aghanim Shard for...
Honestly, for dying is decent because...
Blinks. Yeah.
Bad for that. They already have the shard on the dark. They already have the shard. A Night Stalker's also really good.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. They need to end this game with this Roche, though. I mean, they've got Eye of Scotty. They've got a 20k network lead with, they're up, what, 12 kills? So shouldn't be too difficult for them as Nemiga. They suspect Roche is being done. They'd be correct about that, but really nice positioning from Fantastic 5 to break any smokes and even counter-initiate here.
Correct. Looking to go in. However, with a Void Spirit covering them. Oh, it's just going to be Troll instead. Well, Kiritich. Can they punish this somehow? They empowered him towards the end. They have the Primal Maze. For now, Ruda.
Yeah, but now they know the team is smoked behind him.
Asgold was not really close by. Supernova. Still has the BKB. And activate Dark Attention on top of that. Get the Heaven Tower down.
Out comes Exo.
And Aincrad does use the Exo, but he's already on the half HP.
Good soul bind
to help out Yul Scepter and to get the Void Spirit out of harm. Asgold just wants to survive this. We'll get a massive silence there. And now going for the backline, trying to kill the support first. Does catch up to Hellscream. Hellscream could be in trouble. And the Chosen One is trying to find a good RP.
Oh, the Terrorize.
Hitting 3. No more RP for you, the Chosen One. As the supports fall, so do some of the cores, including now Kiritich. And it's only Aincrad that's left alive in this fight as the buyback brings back Hellscream, but I think this is over. They have no buybacks on anyone else. Hellscream will also join the Club of the Dead. I feel like this is over now for Nemiga. I mean, it's dieback. I think this should be GG.
Yep, they are not going to want to throw in the towel. Oh, they will throw in the towel here. The Chosen One calling it officially striking the colors, and that is Fantastic 5. The first to break this 4-way tie for second as they will now go 4 and 2. 4 and 2. This is going to force then the 3 and 3, I believe, for Nemiga Gaming in exchange, as they find themselves here in a bit of a rougher spot heading into